Alright guys, welcome back to Ralph's house. We're starting out here, we're working on our tree. Beautiful day. Let's push this thing on. We're adding more colors now. We're going to make this tree look like it's right in the foreground, sitting right on top of us. Let's go to work. Y'all hang on. Tell you what, we're putting a little bit, I moved some cadmium red over here into my rock burnt sienna, which just gives me a good red color. For some of these branches, the closer they are, the more color they're going to have in them. They're not as muted. So that just kind of helped develop this color a little bit. We're just pushing some of this on through here. Because that's what this tree's all about. It's got some fantastic colors in it. Got that one little burnt limb that comes way up here and kind of heads off by itself. So we can mute tone these and put color over color, and y'all hear me say it over and over. Don't be afraid to paint, because we still got all this greenery and everything going on top of it. I want some of these colors down in there. Now I'm going to grab some of this yellow ochre and mix in with it. And that's probably a more realistic tone to what that tree is. But I wanted these other colors to have something to blend it into back there. Got that big one that's coming up through here. Right there it forked and went one way, and the fork went the other way. But see, you can only do that by piling colors on, and those other colors are still showing through a little bit. Where the limbs are, and where they go, and how they fork off. And add more water to your brush, and just keep getting it in there. Get some of that up here and over here. Different ways for these branches to go. We're just trying to identify this tree, keep it separate from all these other trees around. And that's just a little bit different colors and everything else. So that's why I'm just going to move it. What have we got going over here? Coming on, this tree's going to carry way on. This tree is what we're doing. This just keeps meandering on out here, and the limbs jumping on out here. And I'm going to grab some ultramarine blue and really darken that up a little bit. Catch some of my shadows again. Tree gets up in here and forks, the tree's off up in here, working back up into there, and a little shadow under here, shadow here. Right in there. A lot of shadows up here in the top. A lot of shadows up here in the top of that tree. Especially coming off over here, these little branches, and you can do that by just rolling your brush. Just keep carrying that on out. And limbs that are coming out of here that are just kind of still meandering up and off. And every once in a while, one's going to break down towards the front. Up in here. This is kind of give us, because most of this tree is going to be up here in the canopy, more so than at the base. So we need that tree up there. Now we got some of this dark color. Again, we're doing, remember we had all this dark in this ground down here we need to get. Separate that. I like that again, more dark for shadows. Don't be afraid to put the darkness in your shadows. Once you do in the lights, all your darks go away. Just amazing how quick they disappear on you. Cut it in there. Got a few colors in my brush, that's alright too. I'll put them in. Got that shadow on the ground. Gotta have these good shadows. I'm gonna grab a little bit of white and put in with this. Catch the brightest places, maybe where the sun's hitting on that tree. If we can't get some separate limbs going here. Is that my chair doing all that squeaking? I just realized that.
You can't paint without a squeaky chair, right?
Well, I just realized I must have had too many Big Macs for lunch. I'm just squeaking away over here. Just pull these different colors, different things, different strokes. A little bit on my burl up there. Tell you what we're going to do. I got this little bit of light in here. Let's catch that. There we go. Catch that foreground just a little bit, right over that shadow color. Where it goes over that ridge. We'll blend that in. I'll grab my big brush real quick and just kind of stroke it a little bit. See, make that disappear a little bit. Spread it. Grab some ultramarine blue. Mix it in. Grab my burnt sienna there. Get my more dark under here again. Keep that dark. More blues. White ultramarine blue disappears so fast. But that sure is a good dark color because it does blend in so good. That's when we pick that greenery back there, we can catch that maybe. Catch that right there. We'll use that. There we go. We even had a bell of hay sitting out there. I don't know what the hay was left over from Halloween, I think. But we'll throw that bell of hay in there. So we just cut in the four sides of the bell, well, three of them. One of them sitting on it, so you can't see the bottom part of it. So this one's cut in like a box sitting there like a bell of hay, and that's what it is. Now, the shadow, because we got the shadow of that going that direction, we'll have to head off the same way. Let's set that down on the ground, set it down on the ground that way, cast that shadow going that way. And that gives us something. We got to paint our, at the base of that tree, you got a few little meanderers. On this side, you're going to have a little greenery, some kind of little bush right there. A couple of long stripes coming up. Some little shrubs that are growing out of the base. And we'll keep that ground real dark so that we can throw, when we need to, we get ready to, we can throw these leaves that are all over the ground. We're just going to kind of throw that in there like that, because that's going to give us something to put the leaves that are out here, so that kind of come in there. The shapes we need for that. We'll catch that. Add a little bit of white in there. Just put a little bit of white into it so I can see where I want my, if some of these leaves are, the shape of them come down like that, and this one's going like that. Just trying to develop some shapes in here. Leaves all in the dark. Leaves here in front of that tree going up like that. Then the one's going the opposite way. Now I'm just playing with the paint now, just see where I want my shapes. Because those leaves are actually green, and they will be when we get done with it. But right now we're just getting something on there so we know what we're going with. See, I'm using the edge of that brush. And one right up here at the front. Create those shapes. Make those leaves. Cut it in like this. I kind of like the way that's doing. I'll tell you what. Y'all come back next time. We'll see how much, where else we can go with this. Y'all come.